Welcome to J.R. Hendrick Texas Night. Podcast that deals with the early life of yours truly. And now, telling the story, Jimmy. 9 a.m. Eastern. Jim is working on a final draft of an executive summary that had been assigned to him by Erskine Bowles. He had his interns make some changes, particularly the word policy. He changed to management action strategy. He would take off work later this morning to get ready to have lunch with Congressman Dick Armey, and then return home to help Betsy get the staff ready for tonight's reception with Andrew House. (9 a.m. Central). In business and professional speech class, Professor Diedrich is giving the final review for business and for the first part of the final. The second final review would be given on May 2nd and May 4th. JR is busy eyeing Jennifer Bowers, who had told him before class that after Spanish class, she was leaving for Fort Worth to spend time with her grandmother, and then tomorrow go see JR swim at the Texas Christian University swim meet, 1 p.m. Central. Jim is having lunch with Congressman Dick Armey. "Well, all right," Armey said. "You do the press conference at your home, and I will be there." 11 a.m. Central. Ken arrives at the Hendrick family condo. "All right then," Ken said. "Look, Jim Bob contacted me. We're to have an early dinner with him and Brad at the Capitol Pizza. Says he wants to make a truce. I'm not looking forward to this," Jared said. "Well, the good news is Darren can take us to the pizza place." "Yeah," Gerald said. "And Dave Smith could pick us up there and take us to the plane. Now hurry on inside. Grandma has some grilled cheese sandwiches for us." 1 p.m. Central. Grandma Elizabeth reluctantly let JR listen to the Andrew House show when Andrew made this pronouncement: "The American people are very angry. And if they find out the truth about Whitewater, some people are calling for Bill Clinton to be impeached. I tend to agree." 3:30 p.m. Central. JR is having, JR and Ken are having pizza with Jim Bob and Brad. At first, everyone is getting along just fine, and JR is carrying on. "With an attitude like that, no one can get used to you," Brad said. JR broke down crying. Ken stood up from the booth. "For real, Brad? We're going to do this now? No one disrespects us like that." JR stood up. "Ken, I just texted Dave Smith. He's on his way to pick us up. We better hurry. We're going to miss that plane. Jim Bob, I'm sorry it didn't work out. And Brad, I'll see you at next week's Bible study if I feel like it. Outside the restaurant, JR and Ken talk. I never want to see that jackass again. Ken said. No one can blame you. And if Jim Bob is a package deal with Brad, we don't see either one of them. Just then, Dave Smith drove up to pick them up. And they get in his Dodge Charger. I told you guys to stay away from Brad. Dave said. Now, Brent says you're in for a treat. It's not the swim team that's just going up to Dallas-Fort Worth. The Spirit Club is having a summer break jamboree, and it's in the same hotel where we're going to be. Just a thing to get the man to forget his troubles, Ken said. "4:40 p.m. The team arrived at the airport to board the charter jet. Also joining them along with Ken would be Uncle Carl and Grandma Elizabeth. "6 p.m. The plane arrives in Dallas-Fort Worth, and the team get ready to board a charter bus. Seeing that a charter bus was coming to pick them up, Charlie begins cursing and screaming and putting the Lord's name in vain until Ken grabbed him. "Man, shut your mouth. Do you realize how bad that makes the team look?" Ken asked. 7 p.m. In the hotel room, JR and Ken are playing cards when there's a knock at the door. It was Uncle Carl. "Oh, boys, when you can put them cards down and go swimming with your club, JR. We want to wait until after dark to have a little fun," JR said. "Come on, the party's not over till about 11. "Okay, then carry on," Uncle Carl said. 9 p.m. JR and Ken decide to go swimming with the rest of the club, and they're having a great time. Brent informs them that a stretch limo would be picking them up at the hotel to take them to the Waffle House in Fort Worth. 10:40 a.m. The stretch limousine drives up and takes them to the Waffle House. The whole club, including JR, Ken, and Brent, go in. Now, guys, don't that beat you sitting there having dinner with Brad all the time? Anything beats that, Ken said. Once again, just another thing to make a man forget his troubles. Think about it. Whichever one of us, we can get coffee, sodas, waffles, whatever we so please to do. That sounds fun to me. Hope you enjoy the J.R. Hendrick Texan Night. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of the J.R. Adventure. This is J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, take care, and don't forget to listen for the rest of the story.